Hi y'all, it's Karma. I hope you're having a great day. I'm doing pretty good today and I'm excited because I have about 7 videos to tape for you again today. And I'm leading off with one of my favorite boxes, Tamed Wild. So this is the Tamed Wild October box and it's going to revolve around Samhain. You can see my nice little background that I did for Halloween time, a little bit more spooky. And I'm super excited for this box because I really love Samhain. I love Halloween and all that kind of stuff. So, again, all of the information will be for subscribing, will be in the video description. But just as a quick little recap review, Tamed Wild is a witchy type box. It comes with some type of a ritual or a spell each month. And although I'm not a practicing witch, I love rituals and I love doing things for self-reflection and self-growth. And so this box works out perfectly for me. Now this box is $20 a month plus $5 shipping. So it ends up $25 a month. And this is one of the boxes that I think is a really good value for what you pay a month. So let's get right into it. So this month, as we open up the box, I've got the card on the top like usual. Actually, there are quite a few cards. It looks like there's a booklet. So pull out the stuff from the top. Oops, there's the rest of the stuff. So let's just dig in and see what we have. So the first thing we have here is a little sticker. Very cute. I like that. And then we have the cards. So I'm going to pull out the cards. I'm going to kind of talk about them as we go through because I know it talks about items that are in the box. So first off, let's pull out this little bag. And this I think is going to be the charm for our bracelet. Remember they're doing a 6-month, a charm each month, and then in the new year we're going to do some type of a intention setting with it. So this one looks like it's the Hermit. I can get this open. Wow. There we go. Okay. Okay, so it's a beautiful little charm. See if I can get it to focus. It's going to be hard. There we go. So it's a really cute little charm with the Hermit on it to go on our little ritual bracelet. That's super cute. In tarot, the Hermit asks that we step back from our routine and put our muggle responsibilities on hold, at least temporarily, and dive into the deep well of inner knowing. The Hermit asks us to reflect on a big question. What is our purpose? And then it just talks about attaching it to the bracelet so that by the beginning of the new year, we'll have all 6 charms on there for our intention setting for the new year. Then we have a selenite stick, and this is a good size selenite stick. Usually they just send you little teeny chunks. So this is a beautiful big piece of selenite. And remember, you could use this to activate your crystal grids, all kinds of things. You can also use this to seal your space. So like if you're going to do some work, my guess is with this ritual, we'll be using it to seal the space. And I usually will do it around the room or the house I'm in, and I'll think of like light shooting up and enclosing the whole area, especially if I'm going to bring in ancestors and stuff like that. Make sure that I have a safe space so that I'm not letting anything through that I don't want to come through. With an ethereal glow and fine vibration, it's no surprise that selenite penetrates the veil between earthly and angelic realms. It's a crystal that awakens the third eye and crown chakras, and therefore a priceless tool for accessing memories suppressed within the subconscious mind. Tonight, since we'll be inviting guests into our sacred space, begin the ritual by using the Selenite Wand to cast the circle and seal the room from unfavorable energy and unwanted spiritual contact. Then we have our tea, and their artisan blend teas are so good. Each month in this box, you get a tea and you get, you make sure, 4 to 5 items. So here's the tea. You can see in the back there. And it is a full moon artisan herbal tea. Black tea, orange peel, cinnamon chips, apple pieces, rose petals, natural fruit, and spice flavoring. Yum! I'm gonna love this one. 3 things cannot be hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. Buddha. You open this one up and smell it. I know I'm gonna love this one, so I'm excited. I like the black tea and the cinnamon, and I like spicy teas. Oh, So you can really smell that, the black tea and the cinnamon and the apple. You can smell the apple in there too. Oh, that is so good, y'all. That is so good. So, so, so good. The full moon tea, our full moon blend, creates a warm, dark brew with notes of apple and a hint of rose. Pour yourself a cup to conclude tonight's ritual, or whenever you long for the chill of autumn and the magic that comes with the season. Let's see what we have next. Next we have a beautiful little jewelry box. So let's get it open, see what's in it. Oh, pretty. So it is a pendulum. I'm guessing it's brass, and I do not have a brass pendulum. It doesn't have a receptacle in it, which is fine, but that's a beautiful brass pendulum. You can see. And then it has just the bead on the end for you to hold it. That's beautiful. That's going to be beautiful. I'm excited to use that. I've never had a brass one. Now I have a wood one and a brass one, and I've never had either of those before. The brass pendulum. For this ritual, we will use a brass pendulum to divine with the spirit world. When used in divination, brass pendulums are resilient, protective, and highly communicative. Brass tools are unique in that they amplify communication, but only after they filter out low vibrational energies. Unfavorable frequencies are deflected, while messages of higher realms pass through with little resistance. Then we have, it looks like some tarot cards. They're all together. And then it looks like there is 3 of them. One. And that one. 3 tarot cards have been chosen for you. Each of these cards speaks an area of life that is calling for your attention. When combined, they have a message for you. Don't look at or attempt to decipher these cards until the second part of the ritual. Well, good. I'm glad I didn't do much with them. And then it looks like we have a beautiful, I love their little guidebooks. So I'm super excited. So it's a book on tarot. And I like having just a little book to carry around with you. I've already admitted to you all that I am not an experienced tarot reader, and that takes lots of years and lots of experience. So to have something small like this to start, just for yourself. That's why when I do readings for you all, I tend to use oracle cards or those kinds of things. And I look at readings more as something to give you some things to contemplate. And again, does it resonate with you? If it does, what kinds of things do you want to work on from it? And so I'm really excited to have that. Refer to this booklet to learn more about the tarot cards that chose you and how to decipher the message within the 3-card spread. And it looks like, last but not least, we've got another cloth, which I'm super excited about. You guys know I love my cloth for both doing your pendulum work or doing card readings. I'll lay these out. Oh, beautiful. So this is for your pendulum again. And look, it's got runes. Oh, that is so pretty. So it's got runes. That's a beautiful piece. And it's, again, kind of a velvet. It is printed. You know, the last one that we got in the Lunarly box actually was embroidered. But this is a beautiful cloth. I'm excited to use that. Use this divination cloth to help you decipher your pendulum's movements and messages. So let's see, with these items, then again, like I said, there's always a ritual or something to do. So let's look at the cards and kind of see what we have. History of Samhain and Dumb Supper. Read the season rituals, celebrations, and the ancient practice of Dumb Supper, a Celtic tradition for the living to communicate with the dead. I love Dumb Supper. Then they have a card that has the history of Samhain. And I'm not going to read that, but I will put that up there in case you want to pause the video and read it yourself. And then it says, hosting a dumb supper. And I'm not going to read this to you, but I'm going to tell you what a dumb supper is. So a dumb supper in the Celtic tradition, they would have a dinner, and they would have the whole family around the table, and they'd leave at least one seat open. And they would eat their dinner in silence because they're inviting in their ancestors or spirits or angels that want to talk to them. So they eat their dinner in silence, and then once dinner's over and they clean up the dishes, then they sit down and then they talk about what happened during the dinner. So if an insect flew into the room, or if there was a whooshing sound of wind, or whatever things they experienced, they would then talk about that and about what messages they felt that they got from their ancestors. So it's a really cool ritual to do. You know, you don't have to think of it again as being a witch if you're a Christian, because it could just be a once a year, kind of like Dia de la Muerta in Mexico, where they're just celebrating their ancestors. So you could still do a dumb supper, and you could still have that empty seat, even if it's just you in an empty seat. And you could invite in your ancestors that have died, your grandparents, that kind of thing, and just have a day each year to really honor them and invite them into your space and to see if there's any messages that they might have for you. So that's a dumb supper. Then there's another card. It's called Beyond the Veil, and it has two sides to it. And it says, the time has arrived. This month we tear through the veil, welcome the unfamiliar, and explore a world that is invisible to most, but very real nonetheless. And so it goes on from there, and this is what gives you the ritual and how to do it with your pendulum and everything else. That came in the box. So if you want to know how to do the ritual, I did show you the card if you want to pause it, but otherwise I encourage you to get the box and to enjoy these rituals every month yourself. So what did you think of the box this month? I thought it was amazing. This is one of my favorite months, and so to have a dumb supper and to have a beautiful Samhain ritual to do is really exciting and fun to me. And I'm looking forward to doing it during the full moon. I'm also going to do some shadow work this full moon. So if you don't know what shadow work is, leave me a comment and let me know if you'd like me to do a video on shadow work. But basically, shadow work is looking at the things maybe that you've held on to, that you haven't gotten over, and being able to release them. I was going to do it at the new moon, and then I decided that really, because it's a release with shadow work, you're trying to release things that you haven't gotten over. I figured the full moon is a better time to do that, because the full moon is when you release things that are no longer needed. So it's going to be a really fun full moon ceremony for me this month, and I'm really looking forward to it. What was your favorite item in the box this time? You know what? I think I have to say the brass pendulum is my favorite item in the box this month. What did you think of the box? I hope that you are having a wonderful day. I hope that this video has resonated with you and that you've enjoyed spending time with me, that you'll consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel and coming back and spending more time with us. We have all kinds of videos on crystal grids, and I'll be doing more on herbs and meditations and card readings. Lots of fun and exciting stuff for us to share together. Anyway, I've got a lot more videos to get done for you, so I'm going to sign off for this one now. Come back to the channel where you can say, Karma's your friend. Bye, y'all.